foot. Got to turn that foot still. Got to have that foot turned. Okay, now I'm going to tell you why your posture ain't right. This foot got to be like this. There you go. Now, bring that back leg in just a little bit. There you go. Now, that's a little, right there. Now touch your dog on the head. Bam, look at you now. You look much better. Bring him on up. Follow him up. Watch him. Watch his all the way. Now touch him and make him go where you want. Let me tell you what Earl Jones used to tell me. There's no reason for a dog to be out of control if you're standing in front of it. You're supposed to be controlling the motion of the dog.
Right.
Okay? When you're doing protection, you control the motion of the dog. How is it that dog jumped all over you and ate you in the face and bit you in the groin and he just ate you all up? Because you lost your mind.
Right.
That dog is supposed to be where you want him to be at all times, and he's never supposed to be anyplace else. Okay? Mm-hmm. So anytime that dog gets out of control, it's because you out of control.
Right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main thing. So I just want you to remember that. When that dog, when you working with that dog and you driving that dog for you, now the whole idea is to make the dog drive you out of whatever you in. Ultimately, what is his job going to be to do? If a perpetrator comes in, he's supposed to do what? Drive the perpetrator out. Right. So from day one, the first thing you want to teach that dog to do is what? Drive you out.
Right.
Let him, and let me tell you something. Obedience. I don't let dogs win on obedience. Now, that's my technique. You do it the way you want to do it. I do encourage them. I do pet them up and tell them good boy or good girl, okay? Mm-hmm. But I don't let them make decisions. I make all the decisions in obedience. That's not the way you do it. That's the way you do it, okay? This is the way I do it, okay? And, but in protection, let the dog win all the time.
All the time.
All the time. All the time. When the dog first hits the floor, he got to win the first day. He should never lose again.
Never. Ever.
Challenge him. Challenge him. You know why? Because life is a challenge. If you're not challenging the dog is not going to stand up. The dog is not going to stand up. All right?
Yep.
And I will tell you something. The highest level of protection is obedience manifested in protection. Did you hear what I said? The highest level of protection is obedience manifested in protection. I would much rather have a dog that bites because I told him to. Protection is the tools, the wrench, the screwdriver, the
catalyst.
Yeah, it's all of the variables associated with how he is going to execute protection. Okay? But the reason he does it, the motivation, as long as I'm present, is because I said so.
Right.
Okay? He's not going down there because he's a killer and he just wants to kill 50,000 people.
So you're saying not because he's fully aggressive?
Yes, it has nothing to do with that.
Not because he's defensive?
That's a trait necessary to participate. If I want to be a football player, I need to possess the traits necessary to participate in the sport. Right?
Right.
But I don't make no moves until the quarterback say, "Hike, there you go." Are you feeling what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And I don't have the right to as the dog. The dog should not have the right to be indiscriminate. He don't decide to bite when he wants. He don't decide to lay down when he gets ready to lay down.
Right.
Unless you tell him out and he's free time. You give him that out. That means he's free to do what he want to do. If he want to go do something, that's fine. Other than what? Other than bite.
Other than bite.
Why? You present. But the moment I leave him by himself, I release him to make decisions to protect my house or my property. And I simply give him a command that alerts him and lets him know, oh, it's me now. I'm calling the shots now. He gonna walk around and pee on trees and scratch dirt because he know he in charge. You come up in there, you gonna have to deal with it. But the moment I come back in his presence, he has no more authority. You understand what I'm saying? Now, that's how my obedience is expressed the best. I like my dog because I know what my dog is doing. He's doing it because I told him, which means I can stop my dog on a dime and leave 9 cents change. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm not worried about it. Anytime my dog go down there, I'm not ever worried about my dog getting out of control because my obedience dominates everything. You really display your greatest ability when you get a guy who's got a dog. He's not that hot. He's not really that hot. You know, he's really not that hot. He's a little aggressive, maybe a medium aggressive dog, because there can't be nothing else other than medium aggressive.
Right.
After medium aggressive, he's just a dud. Okay, but if you get a medium aggressive dog and you can teach that dog to amplify his or her skills, as limited as they are, okay, and get him to demonstrate as though he's a high-powered dog, right?
Right.
The only way to make that happen is out of obedience.
I agree.
The psychological process has to exceed his physical ability to be aggressive, his mental ability to be aggressive. His passionate limitations of aggression are expressed best through obedience, which means I can take a dog who is completely obedience trained with the mindset that I'm going to place in the communication value that I'm going to give this dog, right?
Right.
And cause this dog to believe that he is as tough as another dog. And when you see him work, you won't be able to tell. Now, it takes a lot more work to work this guy. There's a lot more work to work this guy and a lot more money. So if you got a dog you love to death and you bring him to me, first of all, I'm going to tell you he's not suitable. That's the first thing I'm going to tell you. He's not suitable. He's medium aggressive. He don't even want to do this. But if you insist, get your pocketbook open.
Oh, yeah.
Get your pocketbook open. Don't come to me with no food stamps and no coupons. I'm not trying to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm not trying to hear. I will make Tom come on out and do something.
Tom gonna bite.
Tom gonna bite.
He used to didn't bite wet paper.
But he gonna bite. Tom gonna bite today.
Tom gonna bite.
He finna eat up some stuff. But you better have your money ready. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I'm really talking about is our technique. That's really what I'm saying.
Right.
What Lieutenant Earl Jones gave us, right? It was the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? It was the cream of the crop. When that man met me, I was homeless, living in an abandoned building, right?
Right.
Some guys, he paid my tuition to go to school.
So
gave me a scholarship. Yeah.
Let me ask you one question.
What's that?
Since we spoke about the masters.
Yes.
Who are the masters?
The masters?
Dead, and then the masters only left living. Who are the masters?
Who are the masters?
Yeah.
You want me to tell the truth?
Tell the truth.
Because I'm the only one. I'm the one that really knows. There's a lot of guys out there claiming to be masters.
Who are the masters?
Only a master can make a master. That's the first thing.
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's the way it goes.
So let's see how it is. Back in the day, this is a guy I never got to meet. His name was Plumber. He was a Caucasian boy. He was cold. They say he was wicked, a wicked ticket.
Yeah.
Jim Stratton, master. Okay, that's Jim Stratton.
Okay.
The James Stratton, that's Michael Stratton's dad. Gypsy, world famous, master. Okay?
Okay.
One of the greatest that ever lived, the earth shaker maker, Scorpio, Cleophas Jones.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Lacey Sanders.
Lacey Sanders.
You understand what I'm saying? Master. You understand what I'm saying? Joe Kidd, master. Okay? These guys was like the bona fide. You know what I'm saying? Dewey's Dobermans. Dewey.
So it's starting from the top.
Yeah.
Hit the first one.
The first one, Lieutenant Earl Jones. He
Earl
started the tree.
Jones. One.
That's number three. That's number one.
Number two.
Okay. Now I never met Plumber, but Plumber was one.
Plumber. Number
Right.
two. Number three.
Gypsy.
Gypsy.
Right.
What about James? Number four.
James Stratton.
James.
Right. That's not necessarily the chronological order.
Right. We're not
I'm just naming.
We're
them.
naming masters.
Right. That's it.
Not
right.
in any specific
order.
order.
Right.
So please don't be offended
Right.
if you came up third and
And
you
you
thought you
supposed
should
to
have
be
been first.
Joe Kidd, if you out there, boy.
Joe Kidd.
Joe
Boom.
Kidd.
Number five.
Cream of the crop.
All right.
Who else? Let me see. Joe Kidd. Verster Coleman, Jr.
Junior Coleman.
Junior Coleman.
Junior Coleman.
Now, the great Cleophas Jones. Scorpio. The greatest of the greatest in the game. Ever seen the game. Lacey Sanders.
Lacey.
Lacey. You never met Lacey.
Lacey. Bam.
He cold dude. Cold. Lacey Sanders. Master.
Matt
You
Lacey.
understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then who else? Okay, now I'm struggling. You know why, don't you?
Might not be on the list.
You might not be on the list.
Might not be on the
You
list.
might not be on the list. Let me say who else. One of my kids, one of my trainers. Dana Douglas.
Boom.
Master.
Dana Douglas.
Yes. Dana Douglas.
So we got a 10-piece.
We get that about
One more.
It's one more. But I don't know who I'm thinking. It's probably somebody I didn't
Just put
meet.
your name on the list and that's it.
Oh, I'm
Talk about nobody else.
I'm sorry. I forgot about myself.
We don't want to talk about nobody else.
And the illustrious Don Cruz, a.k.a.
That's a 10.
You know what I'm saying? My name right now is P. Don Mega, Prophet Don Mega. My old name was Don Cruz. So I am the prodigy. Hey, what's going on? Listen, I'm making this video because I want to try to really get started with what we're doing on this talk show. It's going to be a live broadcast and on Facebook and on YouTube and Twitter as we go along. We're going to build up the momentum. But the idea is to create the atmosphere just like you would in the NFL, the NBA, any other professional sport, soccer, right? That's what we want to do, right? The professional dog training arena really doesn't have that. When you talk about professional, one of the things you see about professional athletes is that they spend a lot of time in the community, helping the community. You don't see no professional dog trainers doing that. Not as a group, not as an organization that people recognize. You don't see the charity. You don't see the unity in the community. You see a lot of division, a lot of people wanting to be the big I and the little you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just got to stop. If we ever hope to have a sport, an organization that's going to be something people look at as real athletes, you know, then we've got to change the way we think about things. And we got to start thinking about these young kids and stop thinking about ourselves.